with everyone, and that is the trusted team concept. For those of you who are just tuning in, I would love you to go to www.bizgrowth.trustedteam.com and follow along with me. If you haven't done it already, create a profile on Trusted Team, and then I am going to be now talking. This is our third segment, so if you haven't watched our other two segments, go find them, and it's part of the YouTube channel. We'll make it its own little section, and you can watch the videos on how to become extremely successful utilizing Trusted Team. My team is probably the most successful Trusted Team out there. We refer millions of dollars worth of referrals to each other each month, and my own referral generation has increased by 2,000% in the last 90 days. I think we might be coming in on about 4 months, so 120 days. But it has been the most amazing experience of my life. I actually had by about 10 times the biggest month that I have ever had in my life. So this last month was amazing, and I attribute it all to Trusted Team. So that's for all of those of you who are tuning in. So now what we want in the last two segments, we talked about what Trusted Team is. That essentially it's a cross combination of LinkedIn with Constant Contact added in, with Angie's List added in, with Hootsuite added in, and a Salesforce.com style customer relationship management software. So that's actually what Trusted Team is, for those of you who are just tuning in. And so we talked about most of those aspects. The part that we didn't talk about, which is potentially one of the most powerful, is the referral generation back and forth with manual referral. Now, it's easiest to understand because when you have a referral for somebody, you say, here's the name and the phone number, and give them a call. I did that today with the merchant services company that needed to go put a dental office out of their misery with this very, very terrible merchant service contract that they're in. It was a $500 buyout, and so I called in a favor and I said, you guys are probably not going to make any money on this poor dental office, but could you do me a favor? And I gave them 4 other referrals where they could make some money, and send them over there. So this is the type of thing that you can do inside a Trusted Team, and then it's documented. Because people do tend to forget where their leads came from. They forget to annotate sources, so to speak. And so the customer relationship management software. Now, I need to disclaim, it is not Angie's List, it is not LinkedIn, it's not Salesforce.com, okay, but it's all those rolled into one, and literally you can save a lot of money by not utilizing those tools and just get on the Trusted Team and start utilizing the extremely powerful tools that they have. So now that you, in the previous segments, if you've been following along, you've now identified some great referral partners that are in your proper target market. If you're business to business, you've found the right verticals, or if you have a horizontal market on the business to business side, you've identified those that sell to all businesses but sell business services. So it could be payroll, it could be telecom people, it could be web marketing, a lot of, just think of all the different services that a business needs to purchase, and that's your Trusted Team. You need to find people in those areas. If you're a real estate agent, the obvious ones that are regulated, no duh, are going to be your real estate agents. You're looking for title companies and mortgage companies to refer your business, but it's a little bit clumsy because they are regulated, and you don't want to get them into trouble or try to ask referrals when you shouldn't be, okay? But what you can do is look outside of that. Look for roofers. Look for people who know the builders and know the developers, so that as a real estate agent they can refer you, and you can refer to them. It's the push-pull, the seller's agent, the buyer's agent. You can actually go in there and work with companies that actually are building homes. So in other words, you need to go to the sources of supply, and that's builders. I myself moved about $200 million worth of product for a builder, and all I was a marketer and giving him referrals. To this day, he loves me, and he'll, at the drop of a hat, he'll employ me, and he absolutely loves it, but I'm unemployable. It's a very important aspect of your life. And you want to become unemployable as well, meaning that this is a great way for you to create a great team of people who are going to be loyal to you and your product no matter what it is. So, well, within reason. I've talked to some unsavory people who provide unsavory products, and obviously that doesn't have to do with trust. So any trustworthy product, no matter what it is, any trustworthy product. So here's the next aspect. Once you have that great referral team, then it's very important that you understand this one extremely important concept. And again, in the same way that this is not for everybody, if you are not a relationship person, you hate people, you're kind of a recluse, probably not going to work for you, okay? You need to be able to love people, because this is all about people. And if you don't love people, you go work on your people skills and then come back and trust the team. I have the same thing to say about this next aspect, and that is that if you don't believe in giving referrals to other people, it's not going to work for you. It will not work for you. And you also need to believe in giving referrals to people on approximately a one-to-one basis. So what I guarantee on my trusted team, to all my trusted team members, is that I will, without a doubt, will always match the referrals they give me. Nobody is ever, longer than maybe a week or two, going to be in deficit to me as having given me more referrals than I have given them. And they will all but own me until I have actually made that good. So if you can actually take that tactic, that strategy and that approach, it will work for you. If you think that you're going to utilize this tool to be able to trick other people to give you referrals while you don't give referrals to them, there's a tracking system in there, okay? It's meant to weed out people like you if you don't give referrals, because it's only obvious that if you've received 20 referrals and you haven't given any, your street credibility is very low, you'll be frozen out, and that reason alone, they're not going to give you referrals. So if you're not a referral giver, don't get into trusted team. If you are a referral giver and you've been taken advantage of by other people who you've given referrals to and they haven't given something back, then you're probably great for this tool. Alright, so then what you do is, so in other words, you got to change your mindset or make sure that your mindset is correct. The next thing that you do is you start utilizing the tool. Alright, so the first and foremost important part of utilizing the tool is just go into the give referral section and start giving referrals. Okay, now the important part of uploading all of your customers and your potential customers, by the way, the friends section of Trusted Team I utilize as in the same way that the professional section is a precursor up to bat to become a Trusted Team member. I utilize clients to be my actual client, and I utilize the friends section to be my potential client. So the creator of the product might have a different aspect in his videos, but that's the way I utilize the database. So then what I do is I will tell my referral partners. Now here's something very, very important to know inside a Trusted Team, is you can arrange your referral partners how in order of importance to you. And it is subjective to what you feel is important. It can be, heaven forbid, you think it's the cutest girl. What I put on my Trusted Team is those who bring me the most referrals, those who have actually generated the most revenue for me. If, however, you want to utilize it in some other way, it's completely subjective. You can do it, arrange it however you want. So I want to talk about the email section of this. Because that's also extremely important. So step number one, give lots of referrals and then ask for referrals back. Oh, I want to talk about something that I love that Brandon Barnum created. It just made a huge difference in the way Trusted Team worked for me. And I didn't even know that it was going on. So when I gave referrals to my referral partners, I did not know that it started an incubation campaign immediately. That within 24 hours an email went out saying, hey, I hope you liked the referral that I gave you, and let me know if there's any way I can be of help. So it's a very disarming, good, warm email. And then also there's a little plea at the bottom saying, of course, as you know, I run off of referrals too, and I was hoping you would keep me in mind for referrals. 7 days later, another email goes out asking for a referral from him and asking to be of help. 30 days later, an email goes out. So actually, those little incubation emails are what are part of, I would say, about 500% of the increase. So in other words, my referral generation went up 2,000%. I attribute about 500% of that to these nice little incubation emails that went out there, because my referral partners had the referrals ready when I called them to ask for more referrals. So it was an amazing, wonderful experience. Okay, so now let's switch gears a little bit over to using the email system. The email system is amazing because, as I mentioned earlier, you can actually arrange the trusted team members from top to bottom by the top referral partners, and you want to be on somebody's top 10 referral partner list, and this is why. When on the right hand side of every email there is essentially a banner ad made up of clickable thumbnails of all of your top referral partners, up to 25 of your top referral partners. And so when somebody, and then all you do, you don't have to think about your referral partners, you just email out to your database as normal and talk about whatever it is, sandwich shop, social universe, social media, web marketing, whatever it is that your business is. And then on the right hand side, there's those clickable thumbnails of your favorite referral partners. And what's so important about those favorite referral partners is that only then, this is how they access your database, is that it says at the top of that banner ad, these are the businesses that I would recommend that you utilize their services. And so when they click on those clickable thumbnails, then they have self-qualified themselves without any effort on your behalf. They have self-qualified themselves, and then you see that click, and so does your referral partner see that click, and voila, you've made a referral. So it's a really amazing part of the Trusted Team software that it automates. And when it looks like we do have just a little bit longer in the break, before break, I want to talk about the leverage that occurs. So let's say that you are a business owner, you own a sandwich shop, you have 1,000 emails that you've been collecting over time. By the way, this is another behavioral change that you need to make in order to become successful in Trusted Team. You need to start collecting the emails of your customers and potential customers and have them opt in to your database. Remember, this is all opt-in. This is not spam. Okay. So anyway, you need to get as many of those as you can, and then because the larger your database is, the more emails that you can send out, the more value you have on a co-marketing basis for your referral partners. Because if you are sending that email out, guess what? They are too. And if you send the email out, they see how many emails that you send out on their behalf. I mean, well, that have them on the right-hand side of a clickable thumbnail. And vice versa, you can see who is sending out the most emails on your behalf and how effective those are, and what the click-through rates are. That is power. That is, but again, you only select somebody who you know is going to do this because you trust them. You trust them not only because you trust them, but that you trust that they will actually do the work inside a Trusted Team. And so think about if you were able to unite 25 businesses to the right, 25 businesses to the left, that's 50 businesses who are emailing out to 50 times 1,000 in their databases. That's 50,000 emails that are going out every month endorsing you. How does that compare to your current way of doing marketing, to your measly little 1,000 or less? So that is why Trusted Team becomes so powerful. If you want to know the other tools and how they become powerful for you, don't go away. We'll be right back after the break. This is Kurt Wilhelm, the host of the Social Universe here on Voice America and World Talk Radio. We'll be right back.